Hi folks, my microphone wasn't working properly at the beginning of this video. Technology, yeah? I'll add the timestamp when the audio is better, but Ian's microphone is working perfectly fine, so you'll still hear him yapping away. Anyway, join us on a wee visit to Glencoe village as we wanted to know if there's actually anything to do there. And spoiler alert, there is. We first wanted to visit the Orbital Trail, but then kind of went off track. So let's get to that video.
Over there is missWe. Well, over there is pretty far out actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty far out. There's like a walkway along there I don't fancy.
No, I don't fancy walking there actually.
But seeing the foreground, you can see, it looks like there's low cloud, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just like a haze.
Maybe. So we've decided that because we want to see a bit of the village, the orbital track actually covers it as well. So we're going to see if we can like find it. The reason why we're so hesitant about it is we don't know what it is, and say we're lazy. Well, maybe we're not.
It also says that way.
Oh, right.
I thought, see if you look at the trail on the thing, it talks about going up round there.
Didn't you walk in there?
Yeah. Sorry, look. We've not even started, my last.
I think it's...
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I don't know where 5 is.
Yeah, but sorry. So we'll walk like that. That's number 1. Glencoe Cafe.
No. Number
Oh.
1 is community garden and play
Oh.
park.
Oopsie. Right. So we'll walk there like that, and then
Yeah.
we'll walk up.
And this is what I was meaning. See if we walked along that road.
Right.
That road out there.
Aye.
That would have taken us up so we could do that.
Yeah.
Do you think many people use this as their base
What do you
for
mean?
exploring, like Glencoe?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I wonder how many of these houses are like,
Airbnb'd?
yeah, like lived in or...
Oh, a nice wee play park. So that was number 1 on
yeah.
the orbital track. One of these, we had them at primary school.
Right.
It was like newly built.
Mm-hmm.
I remember as a child, obviously you thought like it was really high up. Never made it to the top.
Yeah. Oh, that's the school there, primary school. Quite small, eh?
Yeah, but just next to a dental clinic.
I know. It says smile on the outside. I think these are to denote the past.
But which path?
But I don't know what the orbital.
I thought maybe it would be more for the primary school kids.
Maybe, yeah.
We stopped in the village a couple of times, mostly when driving up to like Fort William or to Skye, but we haven't really seen much of here. And we actually just stopped for a cafe here. It's got a lovely cafe.
Yeah, the other end.
Yeah, at the other end.
Wee church.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It is nice. Everything's very petite.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
and very picturesque, obviously. And you go that way for the Glencoe Outdoor Centre, which is also a huge part of the village, I believe, because you've got the Loch Leven here, and you can do like all sorts of also water sports as well, I think, as well as the usual outdoor sports that come with the mountains. Is that the Folk Museum?
Must be.
Yeah, closed for redevelopment. The museum is now closed until 2025. On the website it did say that it would open, I think, end of 2025.
Oh, end?
Yeah. And then just next to the museum there's also the village.
But it's shut.
Oh no! I wanted to say that there's the village
No, I
supermarket.
don't think so.
No way, because the last time we were here,
It was open.
yeah, it was open.
It'd be a bit of a nightmare if you have to. I wonder where the nearest shops must be.
Isn't there a co-op at Ballachulish?
Ballachulish, yeah.
Ballachulish?
Yeah, there is one there, yeah. I mean, your next biggest shop is Fort William, I guess, isn't it?
The Morrisons?
Yeah.
Aye.
I feel like if you live in a place like this, you need to have a subscription to get, what do you call it?
Groceries delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aye, there are quite a few like new builds, but they just look like
Empty.
they will definitely be like Airbnbs.
Yeah. You don't feel it?
Ian is sweating. We haven't even started the trail, you know that.
No, look. There's a copper in there.
I want to see some Highland cows.
They're not Highland cows, they're Highland coos.
Coos. Well, there were some at the National Trust when we drove up.
Yeah. But you can,
Didn't see them though.
Can get to them.
Nope. Just too lazy to walk. The big walk. Yeah, orbital track straight ahead. And then on our way there's a war memorial as well. Just walking up the street.
So I think we could even go this way and then left. That'll take us to the purple bit as well.
Right.
So do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that. The purple is called the Lochan Trails.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Oh my god, look.
Wow!
We never came up here last time.
Wow! No! Look how clear the water is. And then on the other side, just shows that we really only have seen come here for the cafe.
Yeah, like,
Because we've never seen that before. So there's another path to our left to Invercoe, which is 1 kilometre.
I think you can actually park. There must be parking up here.
Ah, right. We parked at the Glencoe village, like the central car park.
Yeah, it's called the Glencoe Village car park.
Yeah,
It's free, I think. I'm hoping.
we're hoping.
Because I couldn't see any machines to pay. I think it's free for 2 hours.
Imagine if Ian had to pay. Imagine if we had to pay a fine.
The orbital takes you around that way.
So orbital takes us to the right. Or the Glencoe Lochan takes us straight ahead. It's not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
Well, walking through the woods, which we are,
Well, we are.
but not on a paved road.
Yeah, but I think once we get to this isn't the start of the trail yet.
That gives me a bit of the fear, I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
Maybe I am lazy.
I am lazy.
Ian just openly admits it.
I feel like it's going to be one of those trails that we won't have a clue. Like it won't be easy to follow. It
Yeah.
looks hard to follow on the map.
Yeah, but that's what makes trips so exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah. Really?
Maybe not in the moment, but it's a good story to tell.
Is that a kissing place?
Yeah. Yes.
I never even knew this was here.
Me neither.
Because it's not very well signposted.
No. Everything is just about the orbital walk or
Yeah.
the orbital trail. And then when you walk up a little bit, that road, it suddenly says, well, you also have a few alternatives.
Got a big car park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never have known this was here.
No. No clue. Would have never guessed. So how much did you save, Ian?
Either £1 or £3.
Oh. Wow.
Well, I would have parked here for £1.
So, which trail are we going to do?
They're all a mile.
They're all a mile. What about doing the red one? Because I would really like to go to the water.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do the red
Yeah?
one. It's also conveniently the easy one.
Is it? What a coincidence.
Oh look, a male and a female. Cute, cute. Do you think they were at the kissing place?
Yeah, probably. Right. Come on, pals. Whoop. Right, come on. Way.
Oh. So this is the loch then?
Wait, this is not the loch, huh?
It must be.
You're joking. No, it's not. I thought, no, the loch is on our right, isn't it? Not on our left.
It can't be. Crazy we've been up this way so many times and never came here
I know.
because it is very accessible.
And this feels like it's a perfect walk when you're on a long drive.
Yeah, yeah, just
You know,
to have a
like
stop
half an
and,
hour maybe.
You can have something to eat here
Uh-huh.
and then go on again. This kind of reminds me of, remember the 3 Loch Drive?
Yeah, yes it does.
Like this is like,
We also had really nice weather as well.
yeah.
Do you know one place that I would like to go at? I don't know why I'm remembering it now. This summer is Holy Island or Holy Isle.
Right. Where's that again?
That is just off Arran.
Oh, right, alright.
I think you need to actually get to Arran first
Yeah.
to get to Holy Isle. You can't really go from
The main one.
Ardrossan. Just as I remembered. If you've been there, let us know, please.
Look at the reeds. Or I don't know what they are, but they're like foamy at the top. See them?
What are they called again?
I don't know what they're called. They're like, when you hang with them, they're like dusty.
Yeah. It's just amazing. It's like
I know.
you walk a little bit and then you already feel isolated, I would say, when you're driving up to Glencoe village.
Yeah.
But here it's much less touristy, I would say, and it
Yeah.
really feels like you've been cut off. Do you look like they're just gonna... Oh, oh, oh.
It's
Pardon?
it must be floating.
It does move.
Yeah, look. Take it home. You've seen that when we were in the National Trust thing?
Where did it
says
say?
take it home.
It's like take your rubbish home.
Yeah.
Aye. Quite right. But it's very clean here, don't you think so?
Yeah, there's no rubbish.
Oh, you can even have a barbecue here.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. I was actually just thinking, imagine being here like in full-on summer, having a barbecue.
I know. The thing is, in Kelvin Grove Park, they have benches like this with
yeah.
this bit, but people still put it on the wood.
Aye. Want to complain a bit more?
It's a bit cooler here, isn't it?
That's exactly what I thought. It's much more cooler on this side than it is on the other side of the loch,
Yeah.
which makes sense because the sun is shining there.
But look at the views up there. Like, look at, see, like that bench?
Oh,
You've got down there, and then in the background, you've got the hills. Or the mountains, I guess. I'm glad we came here.
are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you're glad. Because I didn't have the feeling you were too impressed or enthusiastic. The thing is, about the orbital trail, I couldn't find that much about it online, and these walks had like such high ratings. Thought people must be right.
Yeah.
I would love to have a wee like lie low and just like
Wasn't
the
that
sun.
water will be absolutely freezing?
yeah, well, but I don't need to go into the water. I'm floating. When we drove earlier this morning the Skyfall Road, we saw we saw a couple actually swimming in like the wee pools.
I think, is it called the Etive?
Is that the
I think
Etive?
it's called the Etive, yeah, Glen Etive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they were actually at the bit where it's like, there's in the Skyfall movie, there's a waterfall.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not a big waterfall, but it's like a wee one. So they were like right at that bit where it's quite deep. And I mean, it was, at that point, it was like 3 degrees. So,
I thought it was still minus actually.
no, it definitely got up to like positive, but it's crazy.
The only thing is, like, not only is it absolutely freezing there, but what I also noticed, like, for example, when you go to the fairy pools, right, people go swimming there as well, as like I would say pretty similar, right? But they're just like so many tourists. It's like
Yeah.
people watching and staring at you. How are
Yeah.
you swimming? And I'm like, I feel a bit uncomfortable. Shall we go to the one monument?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
Yeah.
yet. I just love the Highlands when it's dry and it's just such lovely weather. We're so lucky.
Yeah, when it's good weather.
Yeah. I mean, it's also beautiful when it's like raining because it's always scenic.
But it's accentuated
Yeah.
when it's sunny. The government forces, and now Scotland was against England, obviously, but there was people who were for the government forces. I think there was 400 men ordered, it said, to block the northern exit and how the exit at Kinlochleven.
Yeah.
And I think they said that there was 30 people that were murdered. So yeah, to take 400 men and block the northern exits from Glencoe at Kinlochleven, meanwhile another 400 men under Major Duncanson would join Glen Lyon and sweep northwards up the glen, killing anyone they found, removing property and burning houses. And this was in 1692, yeah.
Yeah. I think we've seen most of Glencoe village, haven't we?
We've seen more than we've ever seen. There's more than
Yeah.
I thought there was.
Oh, 100%.
I know it's probably not, it's not somewhere you could spend a full day.
No,
But
well,
it's somewhere you could stop and you could go and spend like half a day.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you're like coming by here, then it's worth a stop.
Oh, definitely.
Whereas before, I would have thought it probably wasn't worth a stop.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised. I'm surprised. I knew there were like quite a few trails, but it's one of the nicest walks I think we've been on.
Yeah.
The one that we did just before.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth coming here. Given that we've seen most of Glencoe village, we're just going to head to the car park now and drive back home. Thanks so much for joining us on our wee trip. If you've enjoyed this video, why not like and subscribe, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye.